Dear children of 7th standard, how are you all? Are you fine? Are you all safe staying at home? Now you are promoted from class 6 to class 7. This is a science class. In the science class, let us discuss the first chapter in science, nutrition in plants. In class 6, you have learned that food is essential for all living organisms. Let us go back to our class 6. We already know that food is essential for all organisms. It may be a plant or it may be an animal. It cannot survive without food. We also learn about various components such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. These components are called nutrients. So what is the function of carbohydrate? What is the function of carbohydrate? It gives energy. What is the function of protein? It helps us to grow and it is also a body building food. Fat also provides us energy. Vitamins and minerals are called protective foods. They protect our body from diseases. So, these components are called nutrients. These nutrients are necessary for our body. Then, we already know that all organisms need food. So, what the plants do, the plants can prepare their own food. But animals and humans, we cannot prepare our own food. So, what humans do, we directly or indirectly we depend on others. So that is Bhuju's question. Bhuju's question is there. Bhuju wants to know how plants prepare their own food. You are very interested in knowing that, isn't it? Okay, how the plants prepare their own food? They prepare their own food by the process called photosynthesis. We know that in this chapter, we are going to see about this photosynthesis in detail. Now, come to the topic 1.1. Mode of nutrition in plants. So, what I told you, plants are the only organisms. They prepare food by themselves with the help of raw materials. So, what are the raw materials needed for the photosynthesis? 4 raw materials. What are they? Water, carbon dioxide, minerals and sunlight. So where these raw materials are present, these raw materials are present in our environment. They are present in our surroundings. So using these raw materials, they prepare food. From the food we get nutrients. So what does nutrients do? It helps to build their bodies, it enables them to grow and also it repairs damaged parts of the bodies and also it provides energy. Using this energy only we carry out many life processes such as digestion, respiration and so on. So this digestion, respiration and all we will be learning in detail in the coming classes. Okay. Now, let us see what is meant by the nutrition. So, underline the definition for nutrition. Nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. So, what is meant by nutrition? It is the mode how an organism takes place and how it is utilized by the body. Now, we are going to classify this nutrition into two. This nutrition is going to classify into two. First one is autotrophic nutrition. Second one is heterotrophic nutrition. Let us split this autotrophic into two. Auto means self. Tropos means nourishment. So what does it mean? They are self-nourishing nutrition. They are self-nourishing organisms. They can prepare their own food with the help of the simple substances available in the environment. The plants are called autotrophs. Why they are called autotrophs? They can prepare their own food, so they are called autotrophs. So what the animals do? They cannot prepare their own food. They depend on plants directly or indirectly. Let us split the word heterotroph into true. Hetero means other, troph means nourishment. Okay. See, Pagali's question is there. Pagali wants to know why our body cannot make food from carbon dioxide, water and minerals like plants do. We humans and animals cannot prepare our own food. But what the plants do? They can't prepare their own food with the help of carbon dioxide, water and minerals. Pagali wants to know how it's so. Are you also eager in that? Let us see that in detail. Okay. So before that, I told you plants can prepare their own food, isn't it? Okay, where the plant prepares the food? You have learned the parts of the plant in your lower classes itself. Tell me the parts of the plant. Root, stem, branches, leaf, flowers and buds. Isn't it? Okay. So, which part of the plant prepares food? Which is called the food factory of the plant. Yes, leaf is called the food factory of the plant. In the leaf only, the plant prepares the food. So, what happens? All the raw materials must be transported to the food factory of the plant. I told you 4 raw materials are needed, isn't it? What are they? Water, minerals, carbon dioxide and sunlight. These 4 must be transported to the leaf. These 4 raw materials must reach the leaf. Have you understood? Now, we are going for the next topic, photosynthesis, food making process in plants. Okay, underline the word. Leaves are the food factories of plants. So, the synthesis of food in plant occurs in leaves. Okay, so leaf is called the food factory of the plant. It is called the kitchen of the plant. Why it is called the kitchen of the plant? The synthesis of food in plants occurs only in leaves. Okay, let us see how the raw materials reaches the leaf. The first raw material is water. The second one is mineral. So almost both how it reaches, the water minerals reaches to the leaves by the same process only. The water and minerals are present in the soil. They are absorbed by the leaves and transported to leaves. Okay, how they are transported to leaves? That is Booj's question. What I told you, that water minerals are present in the soil. They are absorbed by the roots and they are transported to leaves. Okay, have you seen your pipe in which the water is running? Okay, through the pipe only, water in tank is circulated to various portions in our home. So, like that, the water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels. The vessels are only pipes. They run throughout the stem, root and branches and it reaches the leaf. Okay, have you all understood? Then the second raw material is carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide reaches the leaf through tiny pores. So, tiny pores means very small holes. They are not visible to our eyes. These are present in the surface of the leaf. These pores are called stomata. Through this stomata only, carbon dioxide is absorbed by the leaf. Have you all understood? Then what is the conclusion? That carbon dioxide reaches the leaf through stomata. Okay. Then the last raw material. What is the last raw material? Sunlight. Okay. The sunlight is captured by the leaf. How the sunlight is captured by the leaf? The leaves have the green pigment. What is the name of this green pigment? Chlorophyll. This only helps the plant to capture the sunlight. Now all the raw materials has reached the leaf. That is water, minerals, carbon dioxide and sunlight. So they prepare food. So this preparation is possible only in the presence of sunlight. Without sunlight, this reaction is not at all possible. So that's why this reaction is called as photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means to combine. Combine means preparation. So this combination, that is the combination of water, minerals and carbon dioxide, takes place only in the presence of sunlight. That's why this reaction is called photosynthesis. Now an activity for you. Okay, why sun is the ultimate source of energy to all living organisms? That is the activity. You have to write why sun is called the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. You have to write in 4 sentences. Then the next question, what happens to life on earth in the absence of photosynthesis? If there is no photosynthesis means, what is the effect of life on earth? You have to write 5 sentences in that and you have to submit in the next class. Okay children, have you all understood? Yes. So these 2 are the homeworks for you. The first question is, why sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms? Then second question, what happens to life on earth in the absence of photosynthesis? Or you have to imagine without, if there is no photosynthesis means how the life will be on earth. Like that you have to imagine and you have to write in 5 sentences. Have you all understood children? Yes. Now let us go for the equations. Okay, see the equation, carbon dioxide plus water. In the presence of sunlight, it gives carbohydrate and oxygen. This carbohydrate is the plant food. This carbohydrate is the plant food. So this carbohydrate will be converted into starch. Then oxygen is the byproduct released. This oxygen is used by animals and human beings to respire. Without oxygen we cannot live. Okay, then see this diagram. This diagram is the cross section of a leaf. Okay, we have to take the leaf and we have to cut it off and we have to look it in the microscope. We can see the structure like this. This is the cell of the leaf and there is one dot structures. No, this dot structures are called chlorophyll. So what is the use of this chlorophyll? This chlorophyll only enables the plant to absorb sunlight. So these holes are called stomata. Stoma means singular, stomata means plural. They are surrounded by the guard cells. Like a watchman, like a guard, these cells gives protection to the stomata. Then see the structure of the stomata. See, there is one stomatal opening. This stomatal opening can expand and contract. When it expands, carbon dioxide goes in. When it contracts, oxygen comes in. Have you all understood children? Okay, practice this diagram and you can submit it in the next class. Then see, this is the diagram that shows photosynthesis. Okay, see this diagram and you can write in your own words. Write about the photosynthesis in our own words and submit it tomorrow. Okay, have you all understood children? So on photosynthesis we are getting carbohydrate. This carbohydrate is converted into starch. Okay, if starch is present in the leaf means it indicates that the plant has performed photosynthesis. Okay, so Buju is asking one question. Buju has observed some plants with deep red, violet or brown leaves. He wants to know whether these leaves also carried photosynthesis. I told you that photosynthesis, by the process of photosynthesis only plants can prepare food. Then only they can grow and they can survive. So what Buju is asking? Some leaves are deep red, violet and brown leaves. No, I already told you without sunlight this reaction is not possible. Only green leaf only can absorb sunlight. Then how these plants perform photosynthesis? They have the green pigment chlorophyll. In addition to that, they have the red pigment or violet pigment or brown pigment also. Even though they have the green pigment, the red pigment dominates, and that's why they look deep red in color, and they also perform photosynthesis as they contain chlorophyll and they absorb sunlight. Have you all understood, children? So what is your activity next week? You have to explain figure 1.3 in your own words, and you have to draw this diagram. And in page number 2, I asked 2 questions. Why sun is called the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms? And the next question, so imagine a life on earth without photosynthesis. Then Pakali's question. So why our body cannot make food from carbon dioxide, water and minerals like plants do? So write the answers for this question. You see you in the next class. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.